Well, congratulations, line 7. If you've done all this, you've done the whole page. And like I said, if there's any place that you're going like, I'm still slow at this, you need to be diagnostic. Is it because I'm having problems reading the bass clef notes? Is it because you don't know how to solve which one of these is the root? Is it because you're not sure of the white note versions of what the chords are to compare against? Is it because you're not sure of the anatomy of what kind of triad or seventh a specific chord has, or the name of that? Is it that you're not sure how to change triads into different qualities, or how to calculate sevenths to be major sevenths, minor sevenths, or diminished sevenths? Those are all specific things that you need to be thinking about, because if this is still strenuous, it's not a mystery. It's not because you're not smart or because this is undoable. I mean, all those things are just not true. There's just a piece or couple pieces of the machinery to get from point A to point B that's not working very well. And then you fix that and it goes so much better. Okay? All right. Um, so again, we're going to do this in a non-linear fashion just because it helps comparative for learning. See these ones right here, that one, that one, that one. They all look like B chords in root position, right? Because they're just thirds stacked on top of each other. So we're going to start right here with this one. If we had B, D, F, A with no flat there, it would be half diminished. But if we lower the seventh, that minor seventh becomes a diminished seventh. So B diminished seventh. Let's go over here. Again, half diminished. Oops, sorry, my finger's in the way. Half diminished, right? So if we raise the fifth, then it becomes a minor seventh chord, because then this diminished triad becomes minor triad plus the minor seventh again. So this is B minor seventh right there. This one right here is a little more interesting, I think, because it's got way more sharps. But let's just take a look at it again. Now, you can suspect what it is, but you see how I messed with the seventh right there? Let's just be smart about this for a minute. If it was like that, that would be a minor seventh. Now it's a major seventh because the seventh has been raised up higher, closer to the root up top there, that would be there. And that's a major seventh. There's only one chord that has a major seventh in it, and that is the major seventh chord. And we can go back and confirm that this is a major triad. So B major seventh like that. Okay? I'm going to do all the ones that look like this configuration right there and right there. I guess there's two of them because no sharps or flats. So this should be easy. This is my root right there, the C. And C chords with no sharps or flats is a major 7. C major 7. Here, I've got the C sharp. Now, the long way is to go C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B sharp is a major 7th. And if I lower these, then it becomes a diminished triad. And if I lower that, then it becomes a minor 7th, and that's a half diminished 7th. But you could just learn a trick, which is that if you take a major 7th chord, okay, I'm teaching you a trick at the end. If you took a major 7th chord and raised the root, you get a half diminished 7th chord. Here's another trick. If you take a dominant 7th chord and you raise the root, you get a diminished 7th chord, right? There's two little shortcuts that if you store away, that can be useful. So here I have a historically major 7th chord. If you take that sharp out of the way, and I've raised the root, so that's going to become not C, but C sharp, half diminished right there. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the ones that look like this kind of, oh, we missed a B one right here, didn't we? Let's just do that real quick. No sharps or flats would be half diminished because diminished triad and minor 7th. The 7th is still minor. The triad became major, so major triad minor 7th is a dominant chord. Sorry if you're going like, wait, why didn't you do that? Well, missed it, that's why. All right, let's take a look at these ones that look kind of similar like that, and then we'll get that guy at the end. This is an E chord right here because our second is right there, 7th and root right there, E, G, B. D would normally be minor 7th, but we have a raised root and we have a raised third. So E sharp, G sharp, B sharp would be minor. If you take away the sharp from here, it becomes diminished, right? So we have an E sharp, some kind of diminished, right? Then if you say, well, E to B or E to D would be a minor seventh normally, right? E down to D would be a minor seventh. And then if we raise the E up, it gets further away from the seventh, so that becomes diminished. So this is an E sharp because that right there, I should have put that at the beginning, sorry. Diminished seventh. This is your 7 diminished chord, your leading tone chord in the key of F sharp minor. Okay, let's do this one right here. E, G sharp, B, and D. Again, with no sharps or flats, that would be minor seventh. And then we raise the third of the triad up, it becomes a major triad with a minor seventh, which is a dominant chord. All right, let's come over here. And it's another one of those E sharp kind of things, right? So E sharp, G sharp, and B is diminished, right? It's the E sharp diminished triad, okay? But E sharp and D sharp are a whole step away, so that's only a half diminished seventh because a diminished triad plus a minor seventh is a half diminished chord. And this is my 7 chord, or my leading tone chord in the key of F sharp major. Okay, let's do this last one here, and then congratulations, you're done your 7 rows of chord identification purgatory. But you should be much stronger. You should be resilient. Now, just gonna say that if you get to this weekend, or when it's due, and you're way back here, right? You've only done a little bit, or you haven't spent the time learning the components and pieces of how to do this outside of here. You might have a kind of I can't think of the English word, Japanese, tsurai, like bitter and difficult, a struggle, right? Hard weekend getting this all done, but got to go through these steps. Everybody does. All right, G sharp is remember bass clef right there, bass clef. G sharp is the root, and we have a G sharp and a B and a D sharp, which is minor, right? We know that there's only one kind of chord that we're studying that has a minor triad and the 7th, and that's the minor 7th chord, and we'll find that that's true. It's got the whole step there because G sharp to F sharp, so this is G sharp minor 7, and you're done. Congratulations. Get this all done, and then you will be taking a picture early next week for I shouldn't say early next week because in a future term days might work out, but pretty soon you'll be taking a picture of this and proving that you did it all. All right.